So let's talk about the Merkabah. So the Merkabah, it comes from the Hebrew word that literally means chariot or the vehicle, right? So it refers to the divine chariot described in the vision of the prophet Ezekiel in Ezekiel 1:4-28. So let's talk about this because it represents the throne chariot of God. It was a mystical vision of God's glory in his presence, right? And so listen, symbolically the Merkabah, it also represents the journey of the soul towards God. It's the structure of heaven and divine order. Okay? So it's not just like a literal chariot, okay? But it's a mystical vehicle for spiritual ascension and revelation, right? So let's get more into this because this particular word, it appears in the book of Ezekiel, yes we know, where the prophet, he saws or sees a vision of God's throne, which was the four living creatures with wheels within wheels. Each creature has four faces. You have human, lion, ox, and eagle. Then you see the flames and the lightning surrounding the chariot, and the Spirit of God moves it. So it was not a literal chariot, but a symbolic mystical vehicle for encountering God, right? So the wheels within the wheels was the divine motion, the complexity, and the omnipresence of God, right? So then you had the four faces of the cherubim, which is the different aspects of creation along with the divine attributes. Then you had the flames, the fires, and the lightning. This was God's holiness, his power, and his transformative energy, right? So then you had like the firmament, the crystal-like expanse above, which is a barrier between the earthly realm and the heavenly realms. Divine revelation, right? So it symbolizes the soul's journey towards God. It's a model for inner spiritual transformation, not just literal visions, right? Listen, now we're talking about a vehicle of consciousness. It was a metaphor for accessing higher states of awareness. Visualizing or meditating on the Merkabah is sometimes used for spiritual protection.